My name is Rita Keller, and I am an Iyengar Yoga teacher. So you ask about the medical aspects in the Iyengar Yoga system, and so many would just like to have a book and you open it, like also here, menopause, and something, and you see, this is good for this. But it is actually not the way we deal with this. It is a problem, a disturbance, and as I just said, so I learned from the Guru when he was sitting there and watching a person and seeing the 5 elements in the person. And I saw Gita Ji in Portland showing us this method when we were just teachers around her, so we gathered worldwide. And it was very interesting also to see the same way. And she said, yeah, you can see the shoulder problem. Can you see the back problem? See, there's a small, it's a discrepancy between the left and right foot walking. Can you see this? And now she is complaining about organic problem. Now you have to start with the outer body again. You have to give stability, direction, clarity. And then you see very often, so certain things that happen on the inside are coming from the outside, coming from the frame of the body, skeletal structure, muscle structure. So bone and muscles are important because they are maintaining us. So we have to study all this, so it's always based on the 5 elements. And then you just look at bone structure, and then you think osteoporosis, okay, body shortened. Now we see an elderly woman, and now everything shortened, the bones, the vertebrae, they broke. So many things have happened. But still, it's not over. Of course, there is something what we can do, but we would not say we cure, but we are just helping, we are supporting the body again. Because certain things, as Iyengar said, things that cannot be cured must be endured. And also here the yoga could help. Understanding it mentally, emotionally, from the heart. Yes, this is my structure. And this is also due to the understanding coming from the old text, the Adhyatmika, the Bhautika, the Devika. Things you have inherited. Things that came through a pandemic thing, like corona disease. You could not help yourself. And something you developed yourself. And then it is something you have to look at it from all these aspects. Of course, we know nowadays things that have been inherited from the generation before. We know that yoga, especially Iyengar Yoga, can crack the code, the genetic code. And it's not mandatory that you really suffer from the same thing your parents suffered from. But there is a chance to crack the code. And this is important for us to understand. It is a matter of, again, my own mind, my attitude, my understanding, my self-acceptance. Many things come into the picture. But some are so, they are so embarrassed about having this and this disease. They're all the time, they are shouting and they say, look at this and I cannot do la la la. But you have to look, what can you do? Not what is the loss. You have to see what chances do you have. And we saw like walking, sitting in a wheelchair, my goodness. And some said we cannot look at him. Then don't look at him if you cannot stand this. I looked at him and I saw the intelligence in his eyes, the life in his eyes. And this is the main thing. And I think with this understanding, if you have hope, love, faith, this is good. And hope is not needed actually, because as long as you open your eyes, you are alive. And so hope for what? For a better life? No. You have to learn to be in the moment. You have to be now and now and now. And whatever comes from hereditary things, genetic things, something from outside, what can you do? If Corona comes to you, COVID, you say, not to me, here is the border, but you will have it at a certain point, and you undergo, yes, of course, and you overcome, yes, also. And your body experienced it. And you saw, you went into the disease, you came out of the disease. Sometimes we come out newborn. Yeah. And And death is absolutely everything what we all have to face. But death is something for new life. So we die for a new life. So also it's not the worst thing in our life at a certain point. Not that you look forward to, but some people say, if I would manage just not to, the next years I would not like to have, because I know I will suffer a little bit, yes. But suffer is part of us. But how we suffer, whether we suffer, it's a mindset.